All right, overrated. Age as a number. Hey, Billy Clockwork, I'm an older listener. One of your oldest for sure. I'm 78 years old in June. And you're listening to my podcast? That's amazing. You talked about getting older a few times and how aging naturally is underrated. I agree. Though I do believe in supplementing things you're deficient in and, of course, doing the work to find out what you're deficient in. Yeah, I should probably do that. I'm definitely on the back nine, as they say. But it's really funny when people assume I don't know anything about the internet or what's going on today. The fact that I know what a podcast is and where to listen to it is something I can't share with people my age, I would imagine. I don't feel any different than I did 20 years ago. People my age get sick and have ailments and start to throw in the towel. I don't get mad when people assume I don't know. I just feel bad for them because they probably look at themselves the way they look at me when they reach my age. Oh, they'll probably look that way. Thanks for the laughs. Look at that. Some good life advice there. I hope I'm like that at that age. Jesus Christ. You can't throw in the towel. You can't quit. You just got to fucking live, have a great fucking time. And when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. That's it. Sit there and mope around, because you're not young anymore. You were young. Now it's over. Quit acting like you got cheated, Oh, I could say some things in my business. When people complain about ageism, I find mainly it's people who were, built their careers on being beautiful. And it's just like, well, that there's an expiration on that date. While you're young and beautiful, start a production company. And when you get to the age of being a mom and a dad, play a mom and a dad. Stop trying to make the world fucking sit there and look at you like, like you're still in your 20s. You're not. Is it ageism or are you delusional? The amount of super famous people I see complaining about that, and they have millions of dollars, it's like, write a fucking script. Get some people behind you. The fuck? When you were 20, 25, and everybody said you were hot, and you were fucking making People magazine's 50 most beautiful people, did you give a fuck about 35-year-old, 40-year-old women? You didn't. Now you're that age, and all of a sudden everybody's going to stop and care about you? It's not how it works. All right? That's it. I'm sorry. You're as old as a mom. Go put on a fucking apron and play one in a movie. If you're a fucking, a guy, put on a sport coat and come down the stairs with your pipe going, now, knock it off. Take those parts. Stop getting mad at young people because they're fucking young and beautiful. Let them do those parts, you selfish cunts. That's my hot take. That's my hot take on fucking ageism. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who came out to my shows this week. I am so fucking over the moon about how well the shows went. I can't wait. I'm going to come back. Going to be haunting the fucking comedy clubs to get the rest of some of these ideas I was playing around with over the last 3 shows and put it together. And old Billy Freckles is going to be in the driver's seat when my fucking special comes out, man. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to have a new hour and 10 minutes of shit. Granted, it's shit, but I will mold that shit to an acceptable level that you guys won't be able to tell a difference, hopefully. But now that I said that, someone will be like, I went there. I didn't think you were quite up to par. I did have a good time, but... Oh, go watch Dungeons and Dragons. Go watch one of those fucking shows. Or watch one of those movies, with the misunderstood superhero. Ooh, I have 8-pack abs, but people don't understand me, including my impossibly hot girlfriend. That's what they do now, right? Why are they doing that? I used to like back in the day, they always had a dark side to them, but you know what I mean? They had a beautiful woman. They didn't have to figure out their feelings. All right? They just defeated the bad guy, and then they went away. That's what they did. Now, since post-therapy, all of these goddamn superheroes, man, they all got to fucking You know what they're like? They're like all those Seattle bands that came out in the early 90s that just sort of dumped their day on you. You know, I want a little more Motley Crue in my superheroes. Or dare I say Poison. Don't need nothing but a good time. Now, those guys were all sad. They were dealing with alcoholism and fucking diabetes and shit like that. They had all kinds of drama. Did they bring that to the stage? No, they did not. They were like, you know what? These people had a rough fucking day. And then what happens? All these Seattle bands got to fucking bring gloom and doom because it rains 9 out of 10 days up there. And they just bring their weather to everybody else. I'm a rock star, but I'm wearing a flannel shirt because I don't want to get the sniffles because I live in Seattle. Oh, I'm sorry. I will never get over those bands knocking all my hair metal bands. You know, that's when I knew I was old. When those guys all came in. And I was like, hey, man, like, where's the tap on solos, man? You know? I don't want to nitpick, but just to let you know, nobody in your band is wearing leather, man. What did I know? I was just an orange kid with a dream. The 80s were over. When the 80s ended, that was it. That was it for me. And ever since then, I've felt like a fucking senior citizen. I'm like the reverse of the last guy that fucking wrote in on this podcast, where he's 77, still running around with his dick out. You know, me, I'm ready for a walker. I'm not going to lie to you. No. I've kept myself in good shape, I do my squats, old Billy squat face, I do my sit-ups, I do my obliques, I try to keep the core, going. I eat a salad. I try to stay hydrated, and other than that, if I could just learn to shut the fuck up every once in a while, I think I'd be doing pretty good. I told you I texted that to my wife, right? Like a week ago. I texted her, I'm going to shut up more. And she loved it. Got a big heart next to that text. It doesn't work the other way. If my wife said I'm going to shut up more and I gave a big heart there, I'm like, at that point, I'm basically saying, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, which, believe me, that's what I want to say. You know what I mean? Can we make that deal, ladies? If the man in your life shuts up more, can you go to the kitchen more? Sort of balance out, show that you're willing to kind of step our way a little bit. I mean, it's a fucking sandwich. We're not asking for shiny shit for Christmas. Every once in a while, can you bring your precious ass out to that fucking kitchen with the island that you just had to have? Take out some lunch meat. All right, there's a little bread box over there, right? Oh, it's so adorable, I have to have it. Well, open it up and get the bread out of it now. Okay, you get a plate. I'll walk you right through it. I'm going to walk women through this because your generations of women have stopped making sandwiches. I'm going to describe how to make one. Okay, you take the 2 slices of bread, right? You put them on the plate. You get out a condiment. That means like mustard or mayonnaise, hot sauce, whatever the fuck it is. Peanut butter, I don't know. Not peanut butter, whatever. You get some fucking, you know the deal. Lunch meat, cheese, pickles, fucking mustard, okay? You cut it in half, put some fucking chips on it. Okay, it's literally what? 4 minutes out of your day, you can hit pause on the TV, make the fucking sandwich, bring it to him. And when he says, what did you do that for? You just say, because I want you to shut the fuck up for the rest of the day. And he'll laugh, and he'll shut up, and he'll eat the sandwich, and you can watch the rest of your Real Housewife shows. Right there. I mean, how am I not hosting my own talk show? Dr. Bill. How about that? Dr. Bill. Where I stress no communication. You communicate through gestures, all right? And then when somebody does a nice gesture for you, then the other person has to just shut the fuck up for the rest of the day. Rather than just saying, hey, honey, I swear to God, can you just close your fucking pie hole? Because that just leads to a fight, all right? And, as a man or a woman, or they, whatever you are, when you're annoying your partner, okay? And that's the moment, okay? You go down, you get them the paper, you get them a breakfast sandwich, you order some croissants, some sort of food gesture, You rub their head. And then that person should be like, okay, they're acknowledging that they were being annoying, and I appreciate that. And your reward now is not only will we not fight about it, I am now going to shut the fuck up for the rest of the day. That's it. Or go for a walk. Just get out of the house and leave the house for him. Why don't we try that? Instead of talking things out like all these other fucking trained professionals mention. Sit down. Just, put it all out there on the table. What, so you can throw it in my face a week later? Anyway, it's baseball season. It's Formula One season.